Hey, what is going on, guys? A little late night video action. Today is Saturday. Well, tonight, Saturday, August the 14th, and I'm going to be talking about Tether. Why Tether? Somebody left a great comment talking about whether I could cover Tether and the FUD into Tether, and if they're making more Tether and eventually going to convert it into Bitcoin, and just gonna kind of take a look at Tether and take a look at USDC. Tether, what is Tether? USDC, it's just a stable coin, right? So Tether is another stable coin. It's if we go over to CoinMarketCap, actually, it is the top stable coin. $63 billion is her market cap as of today, and then USDC sitting at number 8. So quite a large difference there at 27 billion. So as you can see, Tether is number 1. So we're going to talk about Tether. There is a lot of FUD going on about Tether. Do I think it's shady? Yeah, I think Tether is definitely a little shady. There's a lot of news articles about it. So I just want to take a look first at their website and check it out, because I've never actually been on the Tether website. I use it all the time, but I've never actually been on their website. So this is the Tether website. Not really interesting at all. You know, it's a stable coin. Not much to talk about. How it's backed, right? So stable coins, when we say stable coin, 1 Tether is equal to 1 US dollar. As USDC is the same, 1 USDC is backed by 1 US dollar, or 1 US dollar and an asset. It's weird. I'll get into that in a little bit. But anyway, taking a look here, if you click on this proof of funds button on Tether's webpage itself, it takes you over to, I believe, this one, right? So this is basically their sheet on proving that they own US dollars and a certain amount of assets to back their Tether. So if we look at the date here, this is 31 March. So this is, a few months ago. And the other one was in February. But this is for 31 March. And as you can see, right, at the time, they were backing 41 billion, which is fine, because back in March, that's probably what it was at, right? So this is basically just a very long and wordy, complex little summary here of 7 pages put together about how they are backed. And it's not just backed by you. They don't just have a massive amount of cash sitting in a bank or whatever, right? It's not a huge stockpile of cash. It could be other assets. So what that means is Tether could be backed by, right, 100% backed. So every Tether token is always 100% backed by our reserves, which include traditional currency and cash equivalents, and from time to time may include other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties, which may include affiliated entities. Every Tether token is also 1-to-1 pegged to the US dollar, so 1 USDT token is always valued by Tether at 1 US dollar. So basically, when it's talking about from time to time may include other assets, that assets could be gold, silver, what other valuable asset that they can peg to Tether. They are going to do that. And at the end of the day, it's supposed to, $1 is 1 USDT. That's what it's supposed to be back. So they are holding, right? So if we go over to the market cap today, $63 billion worth of Tether. They're supposed to have at least $63 billion of assets worth to back 1-to-1. And if they don't, then it would be fraud, and people are going to jail. Same USDC is the same thing, right? It's the same exact thing. I want to talk about USDC a little bit here. If you go over to their Circle webpage thing, also I personally use USDC all the time. Never actually been to any of their websites. It's a stable coin, there's not a lot out there other than third-party news articles about Tether and USDC, but If we go over to USDC, they just changed their logo or statement on, where are we at here? On Coinbase, right? So as we know, USDC is on Coinbase along with USDT, but as of 2 days ago, USDC changed their marketing statement or whatever you call it, but it says each USDC is backed by $1 or asset with equivalent fair value. So they just changed that. It used to be 1 USDC is $1 backed by the dollar. That's what it used to say, backed by the dollar. It's also now backed by assets, just like Tether. So a lot of people in the past were saying, oh, what are these assets and Tether and all the FUD that came out in February and the lawsuit with the New York Attorney General and saying, what are these other assets they need to disclose, yada, yada, yada. There's just a lot revolving around Tether. Do I personally trust Tether? No. Do I personally trust USDC? I do a little bit more than Tether, but I wouldn't. I'm not holding massive bags of USDC or Tether. All my personal assets are in coins themselves. In my personal wallet, I have my coins. I have my wallet keys. You know what I mean? So that's the safest way to go about things. But talking about that lawsuit back in February, that's 18.5 million. Sorry, the cat's meowing. $18.5 million Tether and Bitfinex paid to New York to basically end this lawsuit that was about to rage and the SEC was coming after them. So anyway, that's Tether. There's a lot of FUD in the whole cryptocurrency community about Tether and whether one day it'll collapse and it'll take the whole crypto market down with it. I don't think that will ever happen. If Tether ever does collapse, I do definitely think the overall market will go down for a day or a month or however long, but it's not going to be the end of crypto as some people may put it out to be. It's one stable coin, right? They have $63 billion. And most people are moving over to USDC because, to be real, USDC is used by large whales, large banks and companies are using USDC because it's safer in their eyes, right? So me personally, I'm going to be using more USDC than Tether. And also, this is a great video in this time period because, right, a lot of us are going to start to be taking profits or looking to take profits soon if you already haven't. So when I go to take profits, I'll be moving my profits into USDC, right? So that's just something to think about going forward. Tether or USDC, obviously top stable coins of the market. I wouldn't trust either of them. There's a lot more FUD out about Tether. Maybe in the future we'll see more FUD out about USDC and whether it's backed 1-to-1. Who knows? But I do use Tether a lot for smaller transactions, right? Say I'm doing some little day trading things here and there. I'm going to use Tether just because I use KuCoin and it's super easy on KuCoin. I do, like ADA with USDT. I sell it, flip it, whatever. So I use Tether for smaller transactions. When I do pull out large amounts of profits, I will be using USDC. And that's my thought on Tether and the two biggest stable coins we have right now. And that's really it. I hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend. I know it's a little late, so who knows if anybody will even be watching this, but give me a like, follow, whatever, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. And seriously, remember to start to take profits, right? We got to take profits while the markets are high, so then we can buy more later. Don't forget to take profits. That's a huge lesson I learned back in 2017. So thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned for another one coming tomorrow. Later.